He's got to take a big gulp.
All right.
He
Let me
got
get my
locked
notes.
Something real serious.
up. Real serious.
I got a few things written down here. All right. So, for anyone that doesn't know, I know you guys know, but for anyone that doesn't know, I am not a big. So, my music tastes have been very limited throughout my life. Like, my parents really only listen to country music, and I'll cover it a little bit later in one of the other questions. But by the time I was like a teen, I discovered, like pop punk and rock and all that. But there's a style of music that I really haven't gotten into, but you guys love it. So, since I have an hour and a half drive to work every day, I decided to take the last, well, it was only going to be a week, but now it's been like 10 days. Every day, I listen to a new rap artist.
Oh,
I listened
all
to
right.
them, and then I wrote down, if I had any extra thoughts, I wrote them down, but then I wrote down the songs I liked. So I figured I'd tell you guys, and then see what you guys thought about it. And
I
if
would
you have
actually
anything to add on
love
to
to
it.
hear this.
I have the
So-
perfect title for your segment. It's just Evan's rap reviews.
discovers
Slap
rap.
us on. I don't really
Evan
listen to rap, but here's my
discovers rap.
reviews. Evan's
Like,
rap.
So yeah, like it's not. So I guess I'm gonna start by saying that one thing that I just didn't have. I didn't have the ear for like listening to it. Like I never did. Like there's a few artists that I did like. I like Eminem. I do like Chance. And I did like a few of Kendrick Lamar's songs a little bit. But other than that though, I didn't really listen to it. So, but it's just
Sure. First
I will say after all this, I do have now an ear for listening to it and what I want to listen to, like what I want to.
like what you're looking for.
my curiosity, I want to know what was the first day? What was the first one you clicked
It's
on?
DMX.
You're gonna like this, Alex.
All right.
The first thing I listened to was all of 808s and Heartbreaks.
Oh yeah.
So
Great album.
That was the first thing I listened to. Okay,
What did
It's
you
not
think,
really,
man?
like, the
All
rap
right.
stuff, but that's a nice like foot in the door.
all
You
right.
know,
It's a good
So-
it's got synthetic pop to it. It's just
So here's what
All
I
right.
did. Let me tell you guys what I did because I didn't want to just like dive in. Kanye is the only one I did that with because I didn't know what I was getting into, but I know you
Mhm.
guys liked that album. So I was like, let me just listen to it. Like, I'll just do that first. So what I did was the first thing I did was I listened to the top 5 songs that they had on Spotify, and then I just shuffle played their This Is. That way I just got a random sample of everything. So I probably missed some big songs here and there. So if it sounds like I did miss one, like if there's a song that I didn't list that I liked, and you're like, dude, you definitely would have liked that. Tell me what it is, and then
All right.
I'll give it a listen. But so I didn't really write down what I thought of 808s and Heartbreaks because so I wrote down some of the songs I liked though. So Kanye, I kind of pictured like I found as like it's a very big production. Like when I
Mhm.
listened to it, it was very like I could tell it was like it wasn't just like the music or it wasn't just like the words. It was like the full like the
It's
production of the
experience.
song. Yes,
there's like
yeah.
a half an hour, 45-minute like album that goes with My Dark Twisted Fantasy or a video that goes with like so he does that like he's very storytelling like it's just
Yeah.
it's big it's a huge operation
Yeah,
here
he-
he brings
he's
in
one
all
of-
these different artists to help him produce like it's crazy.
he's one of the best of our at least our generation producers that are also rappers, like that can do the whole gambit. He's got when Kanye puts an album out, it's Kanye, from the beat samples to what he picks, not that he doesn't get help like Vernon says.
Yeah.
He definitely takes influence from people, but it's all him. He did it all, which is impressive, in its own
Yeah.
right.
Well, and you can
Anyways.
tell that. Like you can just tell that there's that
A cohesion to it.
yeah. He wants okay. But anyway, so I wrote down some of the songs I like. And so I definitely don't Kanye wasn't my favorite over all of these, but I definitely do see why you guys like him so much. So I didn't know he sang Heartless. So I like that.
Really?
I didn't know. Yeah. When it came on, I was like, oh, I like that. A few other ones I liked were I did like See You in My Nightmares. I like RoboCop.
Yes.
RoboCop.
My favorite song was Violent Crimes
Ooh.
because it was. Yeah, I know.
That's
Not
on-
on. That's not on 808.
That's not
no,
on
no, no. It's
808s.
not on 808s and Heartbreak.
But
no,
it
this
is a good
just,
song.
Yeah, this is just
Oh.
like
That
I'm
is
just going
one of my favorite Kanye songs. Like it's a new one too. Like I
Yeah.
love Violent Crimes. That song I
That
listen
sticks
to
out on
song
that album.
over
It's a,
and
Violent
it's a
Crimes was
standout
one I
on
really
that
liked.
album.
And I liked Real Friends as well. But
Yeah.
Violent Crimes though definitely like I added that one like right away. 'Cause
Yeah.
that one was like
Nice.
that
Yeah,
song.
I really like that. Yeah, I mean, so I noticed a theme that I liked throughout these because there's a few artists that I listened to that I may have liked one song or two because I didn't resonate with how they sounded or what. I don't
Yeah.
like. I'm not a big fan of like I don't know how to put it into words, but if most of the music is about like partying and money and like I don't
Yeah.
it doesn't
Doesn't
resonate with me.
Yeah.
So like it's one thing if it's like, but I've noticed there are a few artists that's a very big theme with a lot of what they
Sure.
sing about.
Yeah,
so,
that depends on the artist you listen to.
so the next day, so I went with someone that I had no clue who. So I went back to someone that I did know, and I went back and listened to some more of Kendrick's stuff. So
Nice.
that was day
Started off-
2.
You started off a good trip here.
Yeah, I realized I started off really well, and then the last few days I was like, oh, this wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
At the end of the 7,
I
I
had the ones I had high expectations for did not meet them, and the ones I had zero expectations for actually did really well. So
Nice.
the
Okay.
one at the end of this, I would like all of us to give you like 2 artist suggestions.
Yeah,
and I want
absolutely.
to re-up with
Yeah.
you. We'll do 7
because
artists.
you'll get an idea of what I actually liked from what I was listening to.
Yeah,
So
let's hear it.
Kendrick, I just put a check mark beside Damn because the whole album was just so
Is
good.
great.
Like,
You
like-
talk. I'll be right back. I'm going right here. Keep going.
oh, you're good. You're good. But like just some standouts for me. I mean, I already had Fear and what's the other really popular one? The DNA. I already had those two. Those were the
DNA.
two that I already liked them a lot. So I liked Love, Pray for Me. I'm not sure what album some of these were, especially like the older.
Pray for
like,
Me's on like the Black Panther album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were a
Awesome.
few like especially these earlier ones that I did. I completely forget which album some of these were on.
Oh, that's-
But
sorry.
I was trying to look.
Yeah.
So like some of the newer
I-
ones I remember some of the albums.
Just
But-
to interject, I listen to music very differently. Like when I listen
Yeah.
to an artist, I listen to an album. Like I go to a soul album and that's what I want to listen to. I don't
Yeah.
usually shuffle like
the
the
next
greatest
thing
hits.
I plan on doing is, and not just with rap, but with everything. So my next thing that I want to do with music is I do want to just pick an artist, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick an album and just go through it album by album. So that way, like I do get that album, because there's only been a few artists that I actually truly like went through like the album experience like through.
Yeah.
But other songs that stood out like Love, Pray for Me, Element. I liked Element a lot. Triple X or XXX. I don't know how it's listed. Duckworth was really good.
Duckworth.
Duckworth. I
Yeah.
was like, "Fuck is Duckworth?" Like but of course, as it came on, I'm like, "Man, this song is good."
Of course,
I like
it's
High
got
Power.
this deep story to it.
Yeah, well, that was just it, and that's a theme that you'll probably see. The ones that have like a really rooted story, those are the ones I latched onto, and then
Yeah.
Swimming Pools, that's just fun. So, not fun, but
High Power, you said too.
yeah, High Power was good.
Yeah.
All right, so
High
the next one
Power.
again was someone that I was more familiar with, and then after that, I went through. I only listened to like one song out of the rest of them. So the last comfortable day was Chance. So I only really
Okay.
listened to Coloring Book. Like most of the music that I liked were from Coloring Book. So I was like, oh well, I know there's I know you guys liked Acid Trap a lot. So I was
Yeah.
like
Acid Rap.
Acid Rap. Yeah,
Acid
it was like-
Rap. Yeah.
so
That's
I
what
was
That's like one of Alex's favorite albums.
yeah, so I went back and listened to again. I don't know which one some of these were on, but I already had a lot of Coloring Book on my Spotify playlist. So I like Let's Go on the Run. That one was fun. Sun Come Down was good. Prom Night was really good. I really like Prom Night.
Yeah.
Lost and Dear Theodosia. That one was really good too.
Right.
So
Okay.
but yeah, I wrote on here like pretty much everything. So chances
Like
Chances-
overall, that artist.
Chance's music seems very. It sounds like a lot of rap can come across. It's not that it is, but it can come across as sort of angry and like because some of it is, but like I think just because it's so fast. But Chance
Yeah.
has this like kind of pause sound to him. I don't know what it is, but anyway. So the next one, I just kind of took a shot somewhere here, and I went with Tyler the Creator because I heard you guys. I heard you guys
Ooh.
talking about him, and I was like,
You
let me
probably listen to him
listen.
like,
Took a left turn there.
what the hell are these guys listening to? What the?
It was. It
It
wasn't
was an experience, I'm sure.
Bad.
What I
It
missed? What we
wasn't-
listen to?
Wasn't that bad?
He
So
went
after-
from Kendrick, Chance, all that to Tyler
miss-
the Creator.
I missed Chance. Oh yeah, that's from Chance to Tyler is a hard shift.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Tyler wasn't bad, but there were no like it wasn't nearly there. The next one, I didn't really like that much, but
Wait, let's
Um,
stay on Tyler. I have comments about him.
okay. So yeah, I'd like you to comment because I only wrote a few songs down. Potato Salad.
Yes,
Because at first I'm like, because
this is a dope song.
when I listened to that, I already went through a few, and I'm like, man, I'm not vibing it, like. But then I'm like, potato salad, and I'm like, come on, something has to be up with potato salad.
It's dope.
It bangs.
I liked Colossus.
Yeah, that's
and
like
Okay.
Tyler's Stan.
my
That's what that
favorite
is.
one though was Answer.
Okay,
Answer was probably
interesting. I
because
wonder
it
if you
was-
missed what songs you missed then.
yeah.
very-
I probably missed a good bit. So Alex, you have comments?
Oh, my only comment with Tyler is that he is also very much like Kanye, where it's his production is so good. Like he has that sound where like those beats just bang, it's just like it's
He has
definitely
his own
like
sound.
it's aggressive,
Listen to
it's like
Earthquake.
Earthquake.
Oh my
yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
That last album is really good.
I did listen to Earthquake. Yeah, I do remember that. I didn't write it down because it
It
didn't
was
like.
just-
Listen, you want to write
But-
some things out? My suggestions, the IFHY, I fucking hate you. Dope
Yeah.
song. Dope production too. Music
I don't
video,
remember that
too.
one. Okay.
Just like
Go
grand
dark, you
scheme.
can listen to Goblin.
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 That's my
Goblin.
favorite.
First album.
My
That's my favorite Tyler album.
second, but my
Hold on.
favorite Tyler album is definitely Goblin. It's when he's in his most like raw, like
It's dark.
the production stuff. I like the darkness, dude. I love her.
Oh, I do too. I'm just
I
saying,
like-
compared to it, it's
I
dark.
would say I think my
So-
favorite song on that would be She. I think
She
that's
or
what it's
Her?
called.
Yeah,
Is She the one where it's like with Frank Ocean is like
yeah, that's she.
Wide
I
open
think-
weekends. Yeah, that's one of my faves on that album
that's
too.
my favorite.
My
Is it
favorite
Goblin?
on that one, the whole album's called
The whole
Goblin.
album Goblin.
Because I'm a
Okay.
motherfucking.
I do remember seeing that.
Gob.
Listen,
I've
my
always
favorite.
listened to a few.
My favorite Tyler song isn't even a Tyler song. It's Martians versus Goblins by The Game. Tyler the Creator has a verse on that, dude, that is just so like it's like top tier verse. It's a
He goes
great
at it.
verse. Oh yeah.
That's something else I didn't mention that. So I do know that a lot of like an artist's good like some of their best work could be on a feature, but I kind of wanted an idea of how their music was, not just like how they were on someone else's. So I probably did miss a lot of good features because of that.
Some
but-
artists feel like are even better on features. Where
I have one on here that
yeah, there's
I-
some artists where I think the opposite. Like, I love Eminem, and nobody get me wrong, but I think he doesn't shine in features. I mean, there's obviously some standouts, but like you asked me, like like I think Nicki Minaj does shine on features, and it's weird to put them in the same category, but like
Lil
I think
Wayne.
I think Lil Wayne is great all around, but yes, Lil Wayne, like his features are like top tier
That's
features.
why I
We'll
was
get to that.
hesitant to say that is because like I think he's great on. He's not necessarily better on features, but he
Yes, but
brings
he's
that shit
great
with
on
features.
features. He
Yeah.
brings that features.
Kendrick
Where Eminem has
Lamar.
good features.
Kendrick,
Eminem-
oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Eminem's features are definitely not like his top echelon. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a few like Renegade.
There's
and
a
shit,
couple that
obviously.
are like, bro.
But his
fucking,
albums are
what's
better.
it called?
yeah, but his
Is my
albums are-
favorite M feature is the Medicine Man off of Compton.
Oh my god, yeah, but that's
that
yeah.
is like the best Eminem feature, bro. Like he kills
Ooh,
that shit.
Best Eminem. I would have to go a Basic Bitch Answer and Forever. That's a good feature, man.
Nah. I
Oh,
maybe
you
like
know,
that's top 3,
That
and then
Drop
Drop
the
the World. Yeah.
That moment, because Eminem was like gone for a minute, and then all of a sudden he's on a song with Kanye, Drake, and Lil Wayne. At the end, you're like, did this actually just happen? I remember being in high school, just that moment, just being
It
like,
blows your mind.
just,
What
my
was this again?
God,
Drop the
it's called
World.
Forever.
Oh
But then
no, I'm
he,
sorry.
I'm adding stuff to a playlist as you guys talk about
Listen,
it. So that way I can...
Forever. It's off the LeBron James movie.
yeah, it's
Like,
a movie, but it was
it's
like an
got
iconic song.
Kanye, Lil Wayne,
I see it.
Drake,
Yeah.
and fucking Eminem, and it was a feature that came out and people were like, whoa.
Whoa.
Like, this is some heavy hitters
Yeah.
together, like right in the moment. You know,
It
it's
was
a good.
good.
That's a good song.
Man.
But
Go ahead.
anyways, kind of got sidetracked. But
No, that's good.
That's
That's what I wanted.
Versus Goblins, and it's even got a Little Wayne in there. Martians versus Goblins. It's bitch, I'm a motherfucking Martian. Martian versus Goblin. Did I say monster? I might have said monster.
I think the first time you said Martian.
Martian versus Goblin.
What'd you do next, Evan?
All right. So after
Wait.
that,
I'm
so
sorry.
I kind of went on a three, like a chain. So I just picked this one because I recognize the name, but I wanted to pick people that I really never listened to at all, just to you know see what it is. So I went with this person, then went to the next one, and then went to the next one just solely off of features.
Mhm.
So I picked Wiz Khalifa.
Hey.
Depends on the time
It
period.
depends on which ways
Yeah.
you listen to.
I feel like I missed something because
That was back in like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
listen to like newer Wiz Khalifa
High
at
school
all.
Wiz Khalifa is incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
old school Wiz Khalifa is the best.
like some of the songs, like I wrote "See You Again." I don't.
fine.
I didn't
I'm
know
not big on
he
that
was
song.
the I didn't know that he was on Payphone, and I love that song. That's the one song I cheated with because I knew it, and I love that song. So I was like, I'm gonna just listen to this.
Adam Levine's a great artist.
And I like "Young, Wild, and Free." I thought that was a good song. So that's a newer
that's,
one.
That's where you're starting to get out of great
Yeah,
Wiz.
yeah.
Is like
So-
Young, Wild, and Free with that Snoop Dogg album is when it's starting to like kind of to devolve. I'm not saying Wiz
So,
Khalifa.
Yeah, right after
Good
that
thing.
album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of that, so when I was listening to that, I was like, I don't have anyone older on here. You know, like anyone like from back like in the day.
Yeah.
So I was like,
From
let's listen to
Snoop.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it's
Nice.
classic.
Nice.
so all right.
I've been
So
cruising around listening to Snoop
I know
Dogg.
I was. I swear to God I was, because I actually liked a lot of his. I like G's and Hustlers. Gin and
Okay,
Juice.
that's a good song.
Gin and
Juice.
Juice.
Crazy.
Gin and
That's
Juice
one of
was-
those songs that just like has that
Yeah.
like
That's exactly how
like
I felt
the-
when I was listening to it.
put windows
And
down.
all
It's
gin
fine
and
that
juice,
it's
like, yeah.
fine. 90 degrees outside. It's fine.
It was good. Botto, I liked Botto. But yeah, I noticed Snoop Dogg has a lot of features, like
Oh yeah.
a ton of features, and I
Absolutely.
listened. Like I
Later.
usually just ended up listening to some of them because I was like, he's
Yeah.
on a lot of features, which is fine.
Snoop.
He's been
It's always
around
on
for a
shit.
while.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are probably gonna like this next one, and this was not on my radar at all until I listened to Snoop Dogg. So I came across Professional Rapper.
Oh, Little Dicky.
Hell
Little Dicky.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
dude,
came across Lil
Nice.
Dicky,
good album.
and
Without
I
us,
didn't
but
Yeah,
Did I not
good
write-
funny album, dude. Like not
I
every
didn't
album
write
has
down Lil Dicky, but anyway.
it's
So
every album doesn't have to be like a banger. Like this is great music. Like
No.
Lil Dicky made a good funny album, and it was
Yeah.
like it's good from start to finish. You
It-
know,
Mhm.
dude, yeah, I laughed so much when I was because I remembered the pillow talking. I
Oh,
remember
that's-
that.
It's
I
awesome.
remember pillow talking.
Awesome,
so,
no
like-
you.
Yeah. Oh my god. I of course like I was waiting for it to come on.
Shit.
Like I'm listening through, and I'm even listening through like his voicemails that like with his mom and everything. Like
Yeah.
it's funny. Like
I
there was
love
one
the-
where he's like, I don't think that Puff Daddy's mom was calling him before a concert. And he's like, his mom's like, I think she was. And he's like, yeah, but he didn't have a Jewish mother. And she's like, yeah, we might be a little bit more.
one of
But-
my favorite, I think underrated songs is the one with Brendan Urie.
Yeah.
The
Where he talks
Molly.
about his ex.
Mhm.
Yeah, where he talks about his ex. That's a good song.
That is a
Mhm.
really good song.
That's a good song.
I remember
It's a
that
good,
one.
like,
Earth was funny.
heart hit.
Uh,
Yeah, Earth is fun.
Earth, yeah, Earth.
And I'm Kanye West. That part.
And I'm Kanye West. He's like 2 days after I listened to Kanye
Yeah,
West.
like this. And like he's like listening off like all these animals, and then Kanye just comes in. But
Flyers
yeah, I
won
can't
game
believe I
one,
didn't-
by the way.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, go Pennsylvania Pride.
Yeah, I'm already at that point. Like, yo, whatever. Go Flyers.
I just
Wait, are the
Simon
Bruins in it, Vernon? Still?
Yeah, hell yeah.
today.
All right, we'll be
Double
split.
overtime.
We'll be split in the room because I don't give a shit. So go Bruins.
Yeah.
I'll vote for them.
Go, bro.
Go Bruins.
I watched that game. Sorry, let's go. Let's
Anyway.
go.
No, that's
Yeah,
cool.
good
That's
call.
cool.
Good.
I can't believe I
Yeah,
didn't write
good
down
talking
anything
about
for Lil Dicky though, because that one was probably my favorite only because I was not ready for it. Like I didn't know what I was getting into, and then I'm
You
like,
can't be ready for a little
professional
bit.
rapper came on. I'm like, what in the world am I listening to? Like this is
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is a good one.
Yeah, that one was good. So this is one that I was like, I actually had high expectations for, but I was completely like, I wasn't let down, but it just wasn't what I thought. I listened to Logic. This is starting from this
Okay.
week, because I really like the Suicide Hotline song, and then I like Black Spider-Man a lot. So I was like, okay, like let's listen to Logic, and a lot of it was just not what I thought it was.
Expected.
What's that?
Not what you expected. Like
No,
lyrically
like
and stuff.
yeah, a lot of talking about shooting. Like I was like he's really
Logic-
shooting. Yeah,
He's hit or miss with me.
yeah,
He's a very technical rapper. Like if you can appreciate like the technicalities
Exactly.
of rap,
Just like
yeah.
rhyming,
He
putting
can
rhymes
rap.
together.
Like,
he can
Yeah.
rap. He doesn't
But, like-
always make the bet. Now it really depends on what album you listen to. Logic,
Yeah.
newer Logic's but like Under Pressure Logic, that's good Logic. Like he has a song called Nikki, which is like just about him beating his nicotine addiction, and
that's one of the two songs I wrote down.
yeah,
yeah.
man, it's a good song, man. Like
Yeah.
he really twisted a phrase, and like I like when rappers
was
twist a
about
phrase.
2 minutes into that song, and I think it's only like 3 minutes long, and then I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
Pretty much, Evan. Pretty much anybody that you listen to their earlier stuff.
yeah, I could kind of agree with that.
I
That's when most people are they're more adventurous. Usually when they get later, it's when they kind of get into a flow of
Well, it's more real.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
freer.
it's hungry. It's I
Yeah.
need to make it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I noticed that like I'm getting a snapshot of these people. I'm not like actually like this little project.
Yeah.
because I didn't want this to go on for months. Like I wanted to do it. So like I haven't like delved into all this, but like for someone like this playlist I've been making, it's called Rap, but I don't like rap. Like, like
Well, that's the thing is like
yeah.
you could keep this going. Like now, there would be like a recurring segment we can do where you just come on and talk some music, what you've been listening to that you have like discovering or whatever.
I'm just not just with music, but like I'm trying to just expand my
Yeah.
view on many things. And rap, I never listened to it. Like I never gave it like I never sat down and actually really listened to anything. So I get
Yeah.
comfy with where I'm at, and then I'm content. So yeah, I want to break out of the bubble, even though.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I like Nikki. Nikki was one I like. I like Dad Bod as well. So, but I pretty much liked anything when they talked about like their kids or family. Like it resonated with me a lot. So I didn't do anything today. I just listened to the radio today. So yesterday was the last day, and I knew this was going to be the last one, and I picked Lil Wayne. So I knew again, heavy features, and just like what you guys were saying. But I noticed that a lot of the songs I liked, because I was expecting like the ones that I liked the most, I realized like I knew these probably aren't the ones you guys like the most. Most of the ones I liked were off of the Carter 5. Not like
Okay, I like the Carter 5.
yeah, like,
I
but I
like
know
it,
like I
Carter
know
3.
exactly how your reaction is, Alex. That's what I thought it was going to be. Like the earlier
like
stuff
Carter
was going to
5.
be better.
Yeah, I like
But,
Card 5 though.
But yeah, but just some songs that stood out were like Mona Lisa.
Ooh.
Yes.
Fire was good. Yeah, Mona Lisa was good. And Famous. I liked Famous. So
Yep.
Famous.
but yeah, so
Listen, let's just talk about Lil Wayne because he deserves his own little shout out here. Lil Wayne deserves like a good week's worth of your attention. Lil Wayne
I noticed. Well,
is a very complete artist where he's got great features, he's got great individual albums, he's got an interesting life. Like Lil Wayne is an artist that I think personally is one of, if we were going to talk like Mount Rushmore of rap in our generation, just like what we grew up with, Lil Wayne's 100% up there, easily up there on everybody's list. Even if you weren't like, even if you were kind of like, oh, Lil Wayne's too popular, I don't like him. You have to admit the dude absolutely changed the game. I'm telling you, there's features of his where I was like, whoa. Like I go on my Time Hop, and when you were in high school and all you did was post like song lyrics, and like 80% of my Time Hops are Lil Wayne lyrics, dude. I'm like, oh, 8 years ago I posted a Lil Wayne lyric. 8 years ago I posted a Lil Wayne lyric. He deserves more of your attention, more than a day. So there's a whole delve you can get into.
The first thing, my first instinct was to pull up the Lil Wayne Essentials playlist, but I was like, yeah, that was the first thing I was gonna do because I have it saved, but I never listened to it. But
it took me a long time to make that, dude.
I know,
it took me a long time.
I looked at it and I was like, this is a monster, and I want I can't just go into this. Like I want to, I want to hear the big ones first, and then listen to like the popular stuff. But I was like, I can't just dive right into this like 200 song playlist for like an hour and a half listening like that. That would have been, because I knew I would have missed something big. So
sure, yeah.
But yeah. So overall, though, I thought it was pretty nice. Like I came out like appreciating some artists that I didn't even know. Like I knew like one song from Lil Dicky and like two from Kendrick, and I loved almost all of Kendrick's songs. Like he just there's a storytelling with it that I loved. Chance is just super happy. I loved like listening to all that. So
he's positive.
Yeah, like I just
I'm sorry.
What was that?
What were the songs, and I missed this? I'm sorry.
You missed Chance. Here. That's right.
I did. What were the songs that got you into Chance? Because I'm a huge Chance fan. I know you guys like him, but not.
I already had a good bit. I had a lot of Coloring Book on my Spotify playlist already, so I skipped over purposely songs I knew really well. So I forgot to mention that. If I knew a song, I skipped over it because I didn't want to waste that 3 or 4 minutes of my drive listening to something I already knew. So Chance. Okay. So again, I don't know what some of these albums these were on. I like Let's Go on the Run, Sun Come Down, Prom Night, Lost, and Dear Theodosia.
Oh, Dear Theodosia. Oh, we're gonna talk about that album later, but but you wait. I'll keep Dear Theodosia to myself.
Those are my Chance songs. I mean, I like. Nice. It's not. I didn't. So the ones I wrote down weren't just the ones that I just because I didn't write it down doesn't mean I didn't like it. Those are just ones that stood out to me. Yeah. So
Chance,
or that I added to my playlist.
And I know I'm again late to this conversation. I won't stick too much on it, but like Chance, he carved his own way in rap at the moment. Like he definitely is. If you're not in the mood for like a positive vibe and like a boppy sound, you're not listening to Chance, which is fine. Yeah. He definitely like was like, this is my circle. This is what I want you to listen to. And if you're not into it, you're not into it. And I get that, I get like, because people are like, no, he's too much for me. And I totally get that criticism of Chance. But if you are into like grilling and loving your wife and like loving your kids, like, I mean, not that like, you're not if you're not into Chance, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you're just like, he's a good artist.
There's a positive vibe to it. And I like that.
He spews positivity.
There was one, and I knew this song already, but it was like a Christian song, but like he redid it, and I was like, I'm gonna give it another listen. And I got like a minute and a half in, I'm like, I can't. Like it was like it kept going. It was like the church choir, and I'm like,
it goes for a while. I know exactly what song you're talking about.
It was like a 5-minute song. I'm like, so that was another thing too. I did not skip a song unless it was like I was coming up to like getting to work and like I wanted to fit another song in, and I already got an idea of how like the whole song sounded.
Yeah.
And if I already knew it wasn't one, I wasn't like, because I know sometimes a good song, like, I mean, the beginning might not be great, but the ending could be like, you know, get you.
One of
But
my
if I could realize it was just like repeating itself for the rest of the song, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna skip to the next one for now.
one of my favorite memories, and this is kind of sidetracking, but like I come from a kind of religious family, and my mom's pretty religious, but I'm not super religious, and we're not going to dive into that. But you guys have all heard Coloring Books. It's a very God-loving religious album, and I love Coloring Books. And I'm listening to it with my mom. I'm driving her somewhere, it doesn't matter. And she's like, "How are you going to listen to this guy talking about like Jesus but not believe?" And I'm like, I respect his belief, and I'm happy that he's happy, and I can listen to that music because I'm happy that he's having a good time and he's loving what he's doing. Like I also don't believe in shooting people in the street and doing drugs, but like I'll listen to it. It's fine. It's a good and it's a good memory of my mom literally like sitting down and like, oh, okay, I get it. Like understanding me as a human being, like I get it. Like I can listen to people. Like I got nothing against religion. It's just it's not for me. I'm not religious. But if you're happy that you love God and you want to visit church every other Sunday and sing to the Lord, go to town, man. I'm happy that you're happy. So, but it's a good album. Coloring Book's a good album. But anyways, sidetracked. Sorry, go for it.
No, that was it. No, I was done. So, but yeah, that was my whole little project that I did.
Nice.
So
sweet.
I love this project. I love this project, and I think not only should you continue it, but we should all continue it, where we kind of give each other out like artists to give a chance in like a week. You know what I'm saying? Until we reconvene next time.
Yeah.
Like a little homework assignment, because
I got school starting in like a week or two, so that's.
Well, I mean, I can listen to it on my way to work, I have a 30-minute drive to work also, so I could do it.
It's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, you work even farther than me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so yeah, it was fun.
Did anybody, because I actually wrote down stuff on what I think you should listen to next, Evan.
Yeah,
I thought about like one artist.
All right, let's hear him.
Vernon?
I just think maybe something like newer Travis Scott, like Astroworld, some of the like airier, like especially like Yosemite, like stuff like that. I think you would really like some of the newer Travis Scott, like maybe not some of the like harder stuff.
Yeah.
But like
Travis Scott's good.
I think you would really like some of his stuff. Some of his stuff is so melodic. It's amazing,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a right mindset with Vernon. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that's the only one I could really think of because I'm not trying to get you to listen to Young Thug or nothing like that. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta point him in a direction you think he'd like.
Exactly.
But I'm with Vernon. Travis Scott is and I'm not a super huge fan of like, I'm gonna call it ad lib rap for a lack of a better word, but I think Travis Scott really got it down, that ad lib rap, that adding things to that aren't supposed to, not supposed to be there, like whatever, man, he's making his money, but that would naturally be there. My suggestion, I don't know if I missed it, you should give J. Cole a try.
Did not know.
J. Cole is a fantastic artist, and my first song I think you personally should listen to, Evan, which is one of my favorite songs of all time, is Lost Ones by J. Cole. It's very serious and it's very sad, but it's very good. I'm just warning you so you know what you're getting into. But J. Cole is another artist I think you should give a day. Great. Give a day to. J. Cole's up there with the Kendricks of this world, he's up there.
Okay.
I got like 4 of them for you, bro.
Oh,
I got a homework assignment for you. Because it's different from what they're saying.
Sure, yeah.
The Fugees, the score, that whole album's amazing. It's like Wyclef and Lauryn Hill. Great fucking album. Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, I feel like you would love Tribe Called Quest. They're all about like story rap. And like it's very old school hip hop. The Roots is really cool. And I had one more. Oh man, it was on. It was like I already had it lined up.
I broke the notebook out because I knew I was gonna forget.
It's all right, but those 3 are really good.
Okay,
definitely check those out.
Send them in the group chat.
Anderson .Paak.
Forget all this.
Oh yeah,
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson.
I feel Anderson .Paak. It's Paak.
Okay.
But he is amazing, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Never
I
heard of
love
them. Yeah,
all of his
never heard of like
albums.
any of the ones you said. So
Mac
Yeah.
Miller too, man. Give Mac Miller a chance.
Yeah, Mac Miller. But the first three I said are like old school stuff.
Yeah, Wyatt
Anderson
definitely.
Paak's new.
Yeah, Wyatt definitely went old school there, which I'm not hating on that. Those
Yeah.
are all great albums.
Because that's like what I gravitate to mostly. Like I love the old school type hip hop. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with like new stuff. I love J. Cole,
Yeah.
Kendrick, and everything. But like I gravitate more to like the old school like style hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Wu Tang.
Yeah, I listened to like 3 Dre songs when I was listening to Snoop Dogg.
Dr.
so,
Dre, yeah.
like, yeah.
Wu Tang.
Hey, time. Listen, and this is getting off of music, but to help appreciate rap music, and I've already told these two, there is a podcast called Dissect, and it dissects mostly rap music, and they do like a Kendrick album and stuff, and it breaks it down to like a molecular level, like what does this word mean, what does this beat mean, and he really breaks it down. And just give one season a chance, like just click on it and click out of all of his seasons what your favorite album is on that thing, and give him a chance, man. Podcast shout out to another podcast, even though he's way more famous than me. It's a great podcast to listen to. It makes you realize things about an album. Like the first one's To Pimp a Butterfly, and I've heard that album 900 times in my life. Like I love that album. It's a great Kendrick Lamar album. And when I listened to him explain it and what he thought of it, it made the album like a whole new thing to me, where I was like, like, okay, I could kind of see where he's coming from, like it's good. It's a good podcast. Dissect podcast. It's on Spotify. I definitely know, because that's where I listen to it. So give it a chance, all of you.
All right. Yeah, I've done that with rock music. There's a guy on YouTube. I forget what his name is, but he'll take like the sound of a song and then like he breaks it down like per instrument. And like I didn't even know, in all the small things, there's like this little piano in the background, or like this synth, and it goes like do no 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 no, and like you never hear it, but when you listen for it, you hear it. Like it's really weird.
That's like bass with a lot of songs. Like
you don't hear the bass.
You don't really hear someone playing bass unless you listen for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's really cool.
I think speaking on rap music, that's one of my favorite things about rap music, and it's what I've got into rap music my most, is picking out samples where like you don't like, you have to kind of find out where they're from. It's like a puzzle. Like Kanye's super good at that, like picking like weird things that like come from real obscure
really
things
old songs,
and
stuff.
Mixing them to where they're something new. And it excites me when I'm like, oh, I know where that's from. There's a commercial on, I see it on Hulu all the time, that is actually like that reggae Nas album that came out with Damian
Marley.
Yeah, which is a good album too.
Yeah. Nas, dude. Listen to Nas.
Nas is great too. Speaking of the reggae album and Illmatic. Oh,
yeah, and Stillmatic, both of them.
Yeah, both of them are good. But anyway, so like I'm listening to this, and it like excites me when I hear songs, and I'm like, oh, like I know that sample, like I might not know where it originally is from, but like I know it in rap music, where I can kind of piece the puzzle together. And there's a commercial on Hulu right now that is from one of the songs on that Nas and Damian Marley album. And I get it every time it comes on. I tell Marissa, and she's like, "I know you've told me," and I'm like, "I know, but I'm going to tell you again 600 times."
Every time it comes on, I'm going to tell you.
I know what that's from.
I'm going to look it up every time, because I got to think what song it's from. But it's good, man. I love sample. I love the puzzle of rap music, like, and even into the lyrics, where it's like sometimes you got to put like what they're saying and what they're meaning kind of together. And I guess it's all music, but
yeah.
I mostly notice it in rap music, but it's definitely a genre that is appreciated, but it should be appreciated as much as it is.
I will say that I think the whole point of this for me was to get an appreciation for it, and I have. Like I never appreciated the storytelling aspect of rap. Like I didn't know how deep it could be, and That
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was searching for, you know, when I was listening to songs. Like once I heard a few really good stories, like most of the time when I'm listening to the songs, like I was listening for a story. And the ones that
I feel
didn't
like it's
have
harder
like
to find now.
yeah,
You
like
gotta go searching for them kind of
yeah,
songs.
that's what I was doing. So
Yeah.